Nice to meet you. I know lots of you, but it's exciting to be here. I know lots of people. I know you. I mean you. Lots of you over here, and those that I don't, I wish I did. But my name's Tom Slack. Steve is a good friend, and we paint together every Thursday night. And I have lots of friends in here. I shouldn't narrow anybody out, but I've had some of you been in my classes, and we had lots of fun. But I wanted to talk to you a little bit about some things tonight. It's PM, I guess. But anyway, Steve mentioned that I'm a graduate of the University of Utah. At the University of Utah, my degree had to do mostly with painting and drawing. And I did a lot of painting, but I did a lot of drawing. And I concentrated almost as much as I possibly could on drawing and painting the human form. Spent a ton of time on portraiture, a lot of time on, the body, and oh my goodness, I got so tired of nude models. Oh. And all my buddies would say, "Ooh." And I thought, if you were in there, you wouldn't think that. Half the models looked like they got some motorcycle mama that had saggy breasts that had tattoos all over them. And it was very gross. Oh, you were there.
No.
Were you a model?
No.
I will have to say that, this one day, I was walking down the sidewalk, and I saw one of the models. She was fully dressed, and I thought, man, she looks good. And so, I did spend a lot of time on the figure, a whole ton of time on the face and so forth. I spent so many hours. Believe me, I spent many sleepless nights. See, I was putting myself through school, and then I'd have all these assignments. I got so sick and tired of the engineering students saying, "Oh, you're just an art student." They thought I was just doing finger painting.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, they have straight, set, forward, and Steve, don't listen to this. They have this straightforward. There's always this formula, and it always works. That's the great thing about the left brain thing. 2 + 2 is 4. Well, with art, it's kind of this little thing floating around here, and you have to do a ton of stuff. And I had some of my instructors were one way, and some were the other way. I had this one instructor that was probably the most radical feminist woman I had ever seen, and she treated me like garbage. And her big thing, Noreen and I joke, her big deal was she was the I paint with sticks woman. We had to do all of our projects on pieces of cardboard we'd found outside to preserve the environment. And we were supposed to get sticks and use mud and stuff to draw with the sticks. So you get all kinds.
These are the people who are judging some of these shows.
Yeah, was her name Maureen? But anyway, so, I spent a whole lot of time like that. Now, and I really loved my university work, but the one thing I have found since is that just like when Steve was in engineering school, and the instructor would be preaching engineering, and then he got out in the real world, it wasn't quite what he was doing there, and I will say, first of all, that I learned to be an artist once I graduated from college and then worked at it a long time afterwards. And for those of you who may not have a college art degree, that's okay. A lot of ways you're ahead. A lot of times people have these funny ideas about what you can do and what you cannot do. I don't know how many of you were here a few years ago, and I had the mayor in here, and I never did finish his portrait because someone kept standing up and interrupting me. She's passed away since, but one of the things was, you can't use black paint. Well, black paint, that's one of the things they teach in college. And actually, I hadn't used any black paint. But so, what you do is you learn how to paint and draw. And you know what? There are no rules. And so, you break one of the rules, what are they going to do? Call your dad? So, you find out what works well for you and be happy and enjoy the process. Now, I know some people in here who have had lots of awards and been in stuff, and I voted for certain persons so they could get awards, but I don't know for sure how that went. But I tried to cheat and vote for you a lot. But anyway, it's a wonderful, wonderful thing. And I want you to know that the way that if I'm having a stressful day, for me to unwind is to do my art. And when I have a big deadline with my art, and I'm in galleries around the country and stuff, and I'm in shows and things, and there's a little pressure there. And this may sound silly, but what do I do when I'm all stressed out for my painting? I go relax. I go draw. Does that sound weird? Every day I draw at least 2 hours a day. It's not that I have this rule in my mind. I just do it. And just to give you an example, see these are a bunch of my little drawing books. I'll go to, what's the name of that bookstore that we go to? I go to Borders, and they have these things for about, they have these for like $7 or $8, and I'll go through one of these in about 2 months.